but hearing some of the analysis of what they're doing with their voice really adds more color to it. Because now I fully understand why I'm feeling the feels, not just hearing the feels, you know? Hello, Renegades. Nikki here, and I have a very special guest. This is my vocal coach, Sel. Sel is amazing, and I knew that when I was going to start this journey of taking voice lessons, I knew I was going to be vulnerable. I knew I was going to be scared, and I knew I had to overcome a lot of stage fright. And what was really important to me was to find someone who was just not going to be so wrapped up so much on the perfection of it, but to teach me the technique so that I can back that up and really do my best. And I found the best person. Sel has been amazing from my very first class. I was blown away, moved to tears, and knew that this was the right person at the right time. So Sel, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yes. So I am a vocal coach. I have been working in the music kind of sphere for a little over 10 years now. I run a studio here in Tulsa that centers Black and queer artists, the foundation of music literacy and performance. And we're going through our full Spectrum Black History Month series right now. So if you want to check some of that out, I know Nikki's going to put all the things in the things.
Yes. So make sure to check out the description to follow Sel on all the social medias, full of information, tips, ways to work with Sel when he's available, which is not always, but sometimes very much in demand, and YouTube and all of the things. So please go to description and follow all of Sel's social media. So Sel has actually seen Hi Ren, knows Hi Ren, but has not really dived into anything else Ren. And while I know Jenny and Screech tend to be what you guys tell me to show people who don't know Ren, I actually want to go into more of Ren's singing style. And so who better than to listen to that than a vocal coach? So the first thing I'm going to show Sel today is chalk outlines, and then we're going to go from there and see what you have to say.
Absolutely.
I told Sel, if you want to pause, just let me know. I'll press pause. So don't get mad at me. It's not me. You know, if we got things to say, we just got things to say. That's what a reaction video is for.
Absolutely.
So ready to get into it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Without further ado, Ren chalk outlines. I'm sorry.
Surprise attack.
Dora really wants to be part of this video, so here she is.
Sweet little thing.
I'm still here in this bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning. So take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. Then walk around in a floating chalk outline. So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself sertraline and a sip of serotonin. Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything. Take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. The feeling goes and you draw a chalk outline. So it goes, let it be. In the gallows, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, erase ourselves. It's such a perfect day. Take it just in case. Take it just in case. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. All things change. It's such a perfect day. It's a beautiful shade. It's a beautiful shade. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change. But little by little, bit by bit, I'll push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Absolutely.
Thoughts?
Absolutely. I have many thoughts. I have so many thoughts.
I'd love to know what you think. And that was all, as you can tell, raw,
Right.
using the reverb of the space, and very emotional.
Very. So I'm thinking about like, because there's so many different layers that I usually think about like music through. As a songwriter, as a vocalist, as you know, an instrumentalist, like there's so many different aspects to creating a song. But the first thing that kind of like stood out, I feel like that struck me most was more of like the cinematography, like how everything looked and how it was presented.
Yeah.
I remember like from the one video that I have seen from Ren before, that was also something that struck me that was like very visually well put together. And I feel like that stands out a lot with your music. Like it for sure is something that I noticed.
So the cool thing about Ren is that he is a full spectrum artist. So he directs his own videos, although he works with talented cinematographers as well. The one that he works with the most, his name is Sam, and they've actually known each other since like, I think it was like some type of performing arts camp or something where they met. But Sam and him do fully realize the vision of Ren. So they did do High Ren together, and that was, I think, in a friend's basement. It didn't actually have permission, so they had to like shoot it real quick, and it's like a 4-take single shot type thing. And then this is a similar situation where it's like clearly some buildings basement, but like good lighting, good camera movement, great like quality, and it helps put the focus on the music. That's what I noticed about it too.
Absolutely. And I think too, like going back to some of the things that they started with in the beginning of the video, like I could even hear, if you want to rewind it back to the first verse, there's like some interesting things that they're doing with their voice where I could hear, you kind of know some of this because we talk about it a little bit in lessons, but I'm thinking about like the rubric that I give y'all, and how there's like specific aspects of different tools you can use with your voice. And I'm hearing some very interesting things with like how he's like cracking his voice intentionally, or like using like a very intentional switch that's
Yes.
very noticeable into the head voice. Like all those kind of different things are like really, really interesting.
Yes.
Um,
I'll play some of that and
Yeah.
let's see.
yeah.
Maybe I got it in the right place. Maybe I don't. We'll figure it out. Ren does play a lot with his voice in general.
I'm still here in this bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning.
I think it's coming up here.
So take this one, wash it down, and you'll be
There it is.
fine.
So,
So
the,
that down.
yes, the
Right.
combination of like, because he also uses this a lot with his like vocal compression, like the way that he gets the kind of like vocal fry, like and using that to convey a lot of like the emotional context of what he's talking about in the lyrics,
Right.
which I think is like really, really cool. But also I feel like it's indicative of people who have been writing songs for a while,
That
that
part.
they know how to like, it's not just about what the song reads like, and it's also not just about what the song sounds like.
Yeah.
It's how those two things pair together, and how
Yes.
we make the what I call like your music's thesis like shine. Because like again, like in the lyrics that he's saying right here, it's like you should be in this exhausted state, you should be in this like worn down state, and talking about like I couldn't even get into my bed in a proper way. I had to crawl my way to bed. I had to like use every little bit last bit of strength that I have just to do that much. And I feel like, yeah, like I could hear where that's being developed through the vocal techniques that he's using.
Yeah. So one of the things that people do say about Ren is that he is a really great storyteller. And while that is true lyrically in a lot of his songs, I think what's often overlooked is the emotionality in the way that he ties the lyrics to his voice,
Yeah.
and then what we're feeling in turn, and then combined with the visual, it all comes together. But that's a key aspect of that, is that like, okay, well, if you're crawling out of bed or you're crawling into bed, you're not going to be perfectly singing
Right.
about it. You're going to have
To not be cute.
there's something going on there. Let's feel that. And I think for so long in a lot of, especially mainstream music, it's been so stripped back to being perfect
Right.
that we don't get that rawness and that feeling. Is there another part that you want to go to?
Yes. I also in the, I believe it's when, I don't remember her name. Oh, is it there?
Chinchilla.
Chinchilla. When she comes in at the very end with her harmony to do her like higher belt section. If you could go to that really fast.
Yeah, I love that part too. Like maybe here. Let's see.
Also just dance, love.
Her voice. She has so much power in her voice. I think she's definitely someone who does not struggle with breath the way that I do, because she can keep it at 10 like most of the time, and I'm like, damn, okay. But power and emotion as well, they're such a good pairing for that reason.
Well, I bury myself with a great big smile. Oh mama, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh mama,
My before this
erase
part.
Yeah, it's after here. It's after here.
Such a perfect day, take it just.
And you can pause it. The thing that I wanted to point out is, well, you'll see her do it kind of here in a second.
Yeah.
But the intentionality of like keeping yourself like grounded or at a center of body space, even while you're maybe moving your body or like interacting with the music and interacting with the emotions that are coming up while you're singing through it.
Okay.
So like what you see a lot of times with vocalists doing is, if you are, maybe in a higher emotional state, there may be some movement, some rocking, some like swing of the body. But the more that you bend or like try to like contort down here, it also of course affects like your tone and like the way that you are producing your voice.
Right.
But you can see her like even as she's moving, she's keeping it centered, which
Yeah,
is
she's,
like
holding that.
yes,
Yeah.
it's like indicative of someone who's like, okay, I know I have to like, to your point, I don't have to like breathe, like do a lot right now. So like if you are having a mic, like you could still go backwards, like you see some people do, but this is still center. You're not like punching or like contorting your body or doing any
Right.
potentially harmful things. And so I love that I'm seeing her like still in control, even while still allowing herself to express and emote and like give the
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, especially as a viewer who's not necessarily a singer, you know, you see the movement, you just think they're just emoting or they're just performing,
Sure.
but you forget that a lot of that is technique.
Hmm.
I think even practicing with you, I'm learning that a lot of the things that I see and that I'm doing is technique,
Yeah.
not just performance. Okay, so let's go to that next part. It should be coming in now.
I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change, all things change. It's such a perfect day, it's a beautiful shade, it's a beautiful shade. I'm scared of being okay, 'cause all things change.
So there, where you can see, even though she's leaning down, there's still like a straightness, essentially like of the spine that is not curling to like compress, like here in the diaphragm. Like it's still a straight. Let me bend and then come right back up.
Right. And it still looks haunting.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you know, but like that sound
Yes.
comes out of her so beautifully.
A little bit Bobby, I'll push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my.
I get chills.
Place ourselves in
Whenever she does that, I get like full body, toe to head, like,
I love also too, I say this a lot because I know that it's been a big, maybe not necessarily put in contention, but I know like even in my experience as a vocal student, I've had a lot of vocal teachers in the past who have like tried to remove a lot of nasal resonance from people's voices. And I try to make sure my students at least understand like we need it a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I love that I can hear in both of their voices at their point to get up to some of these higher belts. They're activating just a little bit of that nasal resonance to help kind of like how I say like clear out some space so their voice can resonate along with the other music that's going. And you're not just getting this like
flat.
like flat block of voice. It's a little bit more nuanced. There's a little bit more presence with it, and it's just helping their voices to like shine in this particular moment.
I actually have a question about that. I saw another reactor talking about this, and I think they were also a vocal coach, and they said how in Europe, in the UK, the sound, they allow their sounds to go kind of up as opposed to here where we go out. Like we go more of the vertical sound, and they'll go up like more of a horizontal, vertical instead of horizontal. Do you see that that's
I have not thought about it that way, but that I would say is accurate. Like because I got a comment about this, I think, on like a TikTok video like a month or so ago. But someone was asking about like, is the reason why, you know, different voices around the world, when they sing, they sound certain ways because of like this idea of like shaping your sound from the front of your mouth. And I'm like, to a point, yes, because what you do with your tongue and how you shape the different muscles in your face, like that does of course affect the way that your voice sounds.
Right.
But I think it is also a little bit cultural, and it is a little bit more like regional, where if you are used to saying a word, like for me, I am from Oklahoma, you are not. So the way that we already like say things is going to instinctively be a little bit different. And then when we translate that over to singing through a song, some of those things will also show up. So I would say, yeah, like maybe in maybe more European dialects or more European regions, they would have a slightly taller vowel sounds, and they also are more closely associated with more like the classical forms of singing.
Right.
So they do usually teach more like, okay, we don't necessarily want to overspread, we don't want to like, you know, give the blah.
Yeah. But they
But we usually do here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I noticed that about their tone is that they do allow more of that nasal resonance, and I feel like that is connected to the way, the style of singing that they're used to in the UK. I also heard that the sound frequency is different too.
Yes.
So that could be part of it too. Wow, fascinating. I love also just all the character in both their voices.
Yes.
Like she does great things with her voice that make it so unique. Even just like, I think the very first, when she first comes in, it's not like an accent, but it's a style in her voice that I admire. Yeah, okay. Let's look around here.
Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything.
It's like, don't cry. Like, it's like, it's like this roundness that happens in there. And that's a choice, right?
Yeah.
Because I guess naturally you wouldn't naturally sing that way unless you were making that choice or heard or
Correct.
mimicking that.
And you can even see this decision happen in her face when her mouth shoots off to the side. I don't know if you caught that.
I didn't.
But don't cry.
I see now.
Don't cry, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
there's a pill for everything.
There it is.
Everything. A little bit of Elvis in there. Okay.
Like the way that you shape your mouth, again, like affect your tone. And so if she's trying to keep it in that kind of more like, not necessarily character voice, but like getting this particular type of sound, there's certain things that you may instinctively do to help make your voice sound a certain way. And that can then manifest itself in the way that you kind of shape your mouth or things you do with your tongue or your jaw. And so you can even see her kind of like implementing some of that, which is cool.
Love it. Love it. Oh, I'm so glad that I had you watch this one because I feel like there's so much in this. And I've watched this one a couple of times by myself and just felt the feels, right?
Yeah.
Felt the feels, appreciate the writing. But hearing some of the analysis of what they're doing with their voice really adds more color to it. Because now I fully understand why I'm feeling the feels, not just hearing the feels, you know? Yeah. Well, everyone, this is Sel. Again, please go to the description for all of the things so that you can follow Sel and hopefully work with him because he's amazing. Also, please do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, leave a comment, share. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link is there. No membership required. It just helps me have guests like Sel over, and then I can offer them snacks like chocolate covered raisins.
Very good.
And until next time, take care of yourselves.